So in some previous videos, I demonstrated how to do data extraction using both RStudio and DMDE, and I would like to say that overall, DMDE won hands down. Here's the first reason. This folder recovered is where I did DMDE data extraction. You can see 1,530 items totaling 218.8 megabytes. This is the RStudio recovery with only 1,374 items totaling 197.1 megabytes. So in this case of that disk that has lots of bad sectors scattered all over, including in the MFT, RStudio got, well, 11% less data recovered. That's pretty significant. And on top of 11%, RStudio also wanted to read the entire MFT, which I think it actually missed a fragment, which is why there's so many files missing. But it wanted to read that whole thing first and a whole bunch of other metadata, and it took forever, whereas with DMDE, as soon as it finished searching for partitions, I could get right into the file extraction without having to read a bunch of unnecessary data. And also, with RStudio, I had no way to know which files are bad other than the file list it presented at the end. I'm not sure if there was a better way to deal with that when it came up with the bad files. But in this case of DMDE, with the settings I used, all my bad files, files with bad sectors, went into the bad folder. So I knew where they're at. On top of that, let's take a look at an actual bad file. So I'm in the same folder. I want to look at this refer bitmap. Let's try. I'm going to search here. Oh, here's a good example. This first one right here. This is what DMDE got. A little bit of a line right there in the file where it's bad. This is what RStudio got. Oh, look at that. A big chunk missing. That's pretty horrible. Let's see if this other one is the same at all. Yeah. We got a little line up here. That was DMDE, RStudio, big chunk missing. Well, that should show you everything you need to know about the comparison between using RStudio and DMDE with HDDSuperClone for data extraction. Just don't even bother with RStudio. It's more expensive and it doesn't work as well in this case. Now, to be fair, if I would have cloned the drive as good as possible, all the way down to the scraping phase and got every last sector off from it, there might not have been any difference between the results. Who knows, maybe even RStudio could have found something more. Probably not. They probably would have done equal, but when it comes to the actual data extraction, DMDE wins hands down. So here's some food for thought. So DeepSpar Disk Imager has the ability to use RStudio as a plugin for it, and hopefully it would have a better result than what I had here, that they work better together, that RStudio, maybe the technician version, works better than the standard version I was using for this demonstration. But together, that's DeepSpar plus RStudio Technician, $3,000 plus. I don't have an exact price on that. So now, if we look at HDDSuperClone Pro version plus DMDE Pro version, cost about $300. Do the math on that and think about that.